What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the HASAN broadcast coming to you live from currently kind of sunny, a little hazy, California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is one of the most important days of all time. It is December 30th. Perhaps more importantly, it is LeBron James's birthday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Rebound is tracked down, and it's picked up by Reeves. Went behind his back, and James dunks it.
That's right.
Because of the size on the wings. Here's James.
LeBron, Raymond, James, LeGoat, LeGod, Senior is 40 years old today. 4-0. $1.2 billion in net worth. A true labor billionaire. 20 plus years of dominance in the greatest basketball league. 40 years old. My GOAT, my sunshine, my king. Ladies and gentlemen, just wanted to say important day of celebration and a little bit of praise. Pour some honey on the GOAT. 40 is the new 30, baby. At least the way that he's operating. This is the part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news about what's going on in the world of Hassan Piker in between the time period where press the stop streaming button, press the start streaming button. And let me tell you, I ended the broadcast last night after one game of playing Marvel Rivals. We won a dub. It was great. You know, I'm a real gamer out here. You know what it is. Brought it back even with the two fills that we had that were playing absolutely doo-doo. Luckily, we had Noko in the squad. I mean, he is a top 500 player. Ended the broadcast last night and immediately drove to the Bradley Martin compound. I did that because I was on the Bradley Martin podcast. That's right. It's going to be coming out tomorrow night, I believe. New Year's episode for him. New Year, New Me episode. But yeah, new episode of Fear End is out already. Looks like, I mean, it's a banger. It's really good. I high key, I would appreciate it if you watched it. Yeah, we're going to do my predictions today. Don't you freaking worry, okay? Mitch McConnell has not died yet. There's still time. The year's not over yet. That's what I said about Jimmy Carter, and he died. So who knows? So here's what happened. Went to Bradley's compound, shot an episode on his podcast Raw Talk. That'll be out tomorrow. That was fun. After that, came back home, went to sleep, woke up early. Lolo wanted to do this interview for his Substack. We were supposed to do it last night, but because I was doing the podcast, we couldn't do it last night, so we were going to do it in the morning, and that's why I'm late. But I was like, listen, I'll do an interview with you, but if we do an interview, you have to come work out with me. And then he didn't end up working out at all. I brought this man to the gym with me to work out. And he just spent most of the time not working out.
That's not true.
He's only doing this for the camera right now.
That's
like literally
true.
just started lifting just for the camera. It's true. Lolo POV as well.
8 o'clock in the morning. It's my last day in Los Angeles. I'm headed back to New York. Hassan is making me work out with him today. And, you know, part of my 2025 New Year's resolutions is to get jacked.
Like, I don't know, have you seen those videos where those like 75-year-old people are like,
This is so fucking...
Bro, it was so funny. He literally sat in a corner for like 90% of the workout. He did the first set and then he sat down. Like, as you guys know, this is a tradition. If you stay with me, you got to train with me. Like, I always do this anytime, which is part of the reason why Todek no longer wants to stay with me, I think. But basically, I was like, all right, I'm back on my training grind. I got to make him, you know, I got to make you work out with me. And this guy comes in. He's the first person I've ever brought into the gym that just quit halfway through. I've never had another person that I brought in actually quit. Like, they usually push all the way. They push through the entire process. This man was like, nah, I'm good. How's Todd against Stanley Jack? Because he works out. He's a brolic brother just like me.
Horrible, dude. I fucking hate this.
I really like it.
Constructionist was like the Jesus. You think I'm doing a good job?
Absolutely not.
set. This is proof he doesn't do his set.
I'm doing a phone set.
Do that after
He's
your
posting
set.
on TikTok.
I just did. I just posted on TikTok. Life is so hard being an influencer, dude.
Yeah.
People don't understand it.
Right.
They just don't get it. Like posting stuff when it's not.
It's hard.
It's not. When your phone is not working.
Yeah, it's really hard.
I don't. Maybe they call you anti-Semite of the year because you bully the fuck out of your Jewish friend. I mean, I have many Jewish friends. He's the only one I bully the fuck out of. I am not convinced you guys are friends, lol. What are you talking about? That is what friends do. What's wrong with you? Also, it's not anti-Semitic that I want my Jewish friend to be swole as hell at a time when fascism is rising so he can defend himself with his own arms. You know what I mean? We did that, and then afterwards I did an interview with them. It's going to be on a Substack, LOL Overruled Substack. Highly recommend you check that out and subscribe to that. But that's the reason why I'm late, because we did the interview afterwards. Also, I just want to point this out. I heard this is something I saw on Twitter or on TikTok. Sorry. If you have a higher FPS monitor and if you can do a higher FPS output, you just do more damage in Marvel Rivals. And I don't exactly understand how the science works behind that. Like, it doesn't make sense to me at all, but it's kind of crazy. Like, normally, if you have higher frame rate, yeah, you should be able to see more frames. Apparently, if you have a higher frame rate, you should be able to see more frames. So, like, your movement can be more fluid and it gives you an advantage for sure. But I didn't realize that it actually tied back to the physics of the game. So then just simply having a higher FPS also gives you more damage. What is this? Found the compilation you made into Marvel Rivals. Overwatch 2 died to this game. Wait, you got me in here? How? Where am I in this compy?
Come on, that kills, right? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Is that it? Like I'm here where he kills me or something? What?
Come on, that kills, right? Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's it? Chatters, why are you starving? It's tied to game render and netcode. Went from 120 hertz to 165 and I was hitting faster with Psylocke. How do I do that? How do I fix that? Because I want to fix that. The frame rate tied to physics thing was a horrible problem back with Dark Souls 1. How are studios still releasing ports this way? I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. I want every and any advantage I can get. You know what I mean? This is like the SpongeBob meme when he watched the commercial when he's in the background. I know. You have 144 hertz. You're already fine. No, but I play it like 60 FPS, I think, even though I don't limit my FPS. Uncap the frames in your resolution to 1080p and change graphics to like medium. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I'll fix that later. We'll fix that before I go before I get into the gaming. Wait, what is this? Ford going woke? Detroit US automaker Ford posts inflammatory messages on X, deletes them shortly after. Inflammatory messages is just factually accurate. All eyes on Gaza. Israel's a terrorist state. Free Palestine. How inflammatory. Wow. Yeah, it's inflammatory if you are a terrorist. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Carter is dead at the age of 100. Now, obviously, I talked about this a little bit yesterday, and I will continue talking about this today as well, because there's a lot of fresh eyes on this, new people who are unfamiliar. Now, the first question on everyone's mind probably is, oh my God, how could he have died so young? The second question on everyone's minds is probably, was he vaccinated? Or did the CIA get to him? Because obviously, when you're so young and virile and clearly have at least another 20 to 30 years ahead of you, when you have so much life to live still, it is kind of shocking, if not alarming. When someone in their prime dies like this, it's probably a vaccine death. Some people have said maybe Mossad because of his opinions on Israel. I don't know. I don't know what ended up happening. I will not be making an assertion. What was the public perception of Jimmy Carter? Good, right? Fuck no. Jimmy Carter's public perception now is like relatively positive because of all of the amazing things that he did after his presidency. But when he left office, he was one of the most historically unpopular presidents. People despised him. First of all, he led to Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, the Satan incarnate. And also on top of that, every American had like this, like they considered him to be a squishy lib. They hated him. There was so much resentment against him. Trump's lines at his rally was literally, Biden is the worst president since Carter. Like, Republicans have kept up this like anger and resentment and hatred. Jimmy Carter's presidency has been whitewashed due to the incredible humanitarian that he was. Dude was so bad that he turned my Democrat grandfather into a fascist adjacent Trump supporter. There's a literal line that can be drawn from Carter admin to 9/11. That's why I always say Jimmy Carter did 9/11. I say that as well. Jimmy Carter's administration is is almost as responsible for 9/11 as the Reagan administration was. It was the inception. A lot of people think Operation Cyclone is where the Mujahideen started getting armed and trained openly by the CIA and the American government. It actually didn't start with Ronald Reagan. It started with Jimmy Carter. That's what a lot of people don't know. Jimmy Carter's own National Security Council, Zbigniew Brzezinski, very famously in an interview to a French magazine, openly admitted that they were radicalizing militants, some of which became the Taliban, as you guys know, some of which became Al-Qaeda, radicalizing militants, arming them in an effort to force the hand of the USSR to invade Afghanistan and turn Afghanistan into, in his words, the USSR's own version of Vietnam. Carter also kick-started the shift towards neoliberalism, both from the Democratic Party. Obviously, Ronald Reagan supercharged it and made it permanent, but Carter was the original inception point. So on the domestic front, he did a bunch of anti-union shit, and then Ronald Reagan basically overtook that and dominated that field entirely. So Carter, I think, is seen as like a shitty president across the board by many Americans, but for bad reasons, when he should be seen as a shitty president because all presidents are shitty, even though in his post-presidential life, he did a whole bit of good. The Carter Institute is one of the very few unique center-left foreign policy think tanks out there, I would say. Like, it's shocking. Carter also wrote books about, Israel being an apartheid state. There is a lot of stuff that he did when he was president that was dog shit as you are in, as you're sitting on that throne. And then a good deal of good that he did in his personal life. So I think he's a unique figure in that regard, because you can be a good person overall, like truly a good person, but also simultaneously be like a evil guy when you are the president. It's virtually impossible for you not to be evil for the most part when you are the president of America leading the empire. He is one of the few presidents, I think, that definitely tried to atone for his sins, I would say, even though, you can't do that.